before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe. All right, welcome back, man. Man, I just was in here thinking about a couple of things, but before I get started, man, hey, have y'all ever seen of coffee like this? Look at that. I don't, this is my first time seeing it. This is a self-heating can of coffee. Now, some of you guys who have been preparing or prepping may have came across this right here. But you turn this and then something and then it heats up and then you wait a couple of minutes and then you drink it and add your cream or whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, this is my first time seeing this can. Someone gave it to me, but I'm gonna try it out in a couple of minutes. All right, man, it is a lot of things going on, man. And one of the questions I asked myself was, I was sitting here thinking, and the question that I asked myself was, am I really prepared? What am I preparing for? What am I preparing for? You know, are you just purchasing items just to have the items? I mean, what is your end game? What is your ultimate goal? I mean, what is the goal? And I was just sitting down here, jotting down some of the goals, man. You got to have goals. I mean, depending on your situation, your goals could be different. In my case, my goals were to purchase some land. You know, first, get out the inner cities. Get out of those death traps, man. You don't need to be raising no young teenagers in those death traps. They were designed to keep you trapped. You know, just look at all the things they have in those inner cities, man. The drugs, the liquor stores, the violence, and it's getting worse, man. I took a trip to, like I said, in my previous videos, I said this. I took a trip to, well, I visited, it wasn't a trip, visited some of my old neighborhoods that I used to live in, man, and it is a lot of people that I came across, man, that's not doing too good, man. They got snagged up in the traps, man. They were smart in school. Yeah, they were real intelligent in school, man. But I'm afraid that the intelligence only went so far. The streets and the man-made traps got them, man. The drugs got them. The alcohol got them. It's so much violence, man, that a lot of people that I used to know is not there anymore. So it is a lot of things, man, that you really got to ask yourself. And that was one of my goals, man. Like, I'm getting the hell, excuse my language, I'm getting the hell out of this situation. And it's going to be a lot of things changing, man. I mean, they just flooding the market with all types of guns, man. All types of guns are being flooded into the cities. Different types of drugs. Who wants to stay there? I know I didn't. So I made that a top priority to move myself. I got to help myself first. You know, take yourself out of that situation. You know, get yourself in a environment where you can prosper. Because I'm going to tell you, man, I applied for, this is a while back, man, I applied for a lot of, you know, city jobs and stuff like that. And man, it is just amazing what they take you through just to get some old, it was really, I mean, it was, excuse me, but man, the jobs wasn't even paying that much, you know? I just wanted to get in the door and move up throughout the, in different departments. But they take you through so much. It's like you go for an interview and then you got the whole city council interviewing you for just for a mechanic job or something like that. And then they tell you, oh, you're overqualified. How you overqualified to be a mechanic? Oh, I see what you want. What they really want is the person that's on the drugs. You know, that's what they want. They want the person that's on the drugs, or they want the person that's screwed up, been in jail so they can get some tax credit and all that other stuff. But man, if it's not working out in your area and you can't find the employment or that's going to benefit you, it's time for you to leave. Pack up and leave. Venture out. Go to different states. You don't have to stay in that state. Go out and better yourself, man. Surround yourself around a different group of people, different energy. That's what I had to do, man. I said, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here. And eventually, was able to relocate, got out, stayed focused, stayed on a path, didn't divert from that path. And I just kept pushing, man, kept pushing. So man, if it's not working out for you and you keep trying and you keep banging your head on that stone wall and you're like, man, you know what? It's not working here. Because eventually time is just going to keep on ticking. 10 years and went by, 12 years and went by. You're still at the same level, man. A person asked me a long time ago, are you at your maximum growth potential? Are you at your maximum? Is this the best you can do? You know? Is this all you want out of your life? If you want to be happy in the city and go through the crime, and if that's what you want to encounter every day, or hey, be my guest, that's you. But I didn't want to do that. You know? Especially if you got kids, man. If you have kids, man, the streets are raising these kids, man. A lot of these parents, man, they wasn't always like that, man. They wasn't always like that from what I'm seeing. A lot of people that I'm seeing were well-educated people, straight A students, man. But when I see them now, they're strung out on the drugs, strung out on the alcohol. You know, kids are just reckless, running the streets and stuff like that. And some of them are just unrecognizable. Their whole facial features is just gone, man. They just let themselves go, man. Because I'm telling you, man, this inner city, it's designed to keep you on a certain level. It's like, okay, if I don't get you with the violence, I'm going to get you with the drugs. And if I can't get you with the drugs, I'm going to get you caught up where you're going to spend a lot of time in jail or possibly deceased. So if you are living in a city and you don't see that trap, or maybe you just don't care, man. I'm telling you, man. There's other options. There's other avenues that you can take to get yourself out of that situation. You don't have to stay in that situation. Even if you made a mistake, you may have a charge or say a simple drug charge on your record, and you think it's the end of the world. They're making laws now that you can get your record expunged and get yourself together. the majority of people that apply for jobs, it's not their record. It's they can't pass the drug test. You know? It's a lot of people are hooked on those drugs, man. Now you have those prescription drugs. But that's what I'm seeing when I go into the inner cities. People are just caught up in those man-made traps, man. I know a lot of people were very intelligent in high school, A's and B's student, but somewhere along the line, all that education is down the drain, man. They wasn't smart enough to recognize the man-made traps, man. Those inner city traps. So you have to be prepared for stuff like that if you're in the inner city. Or maybe you're not in the inner city. It's a lot of things that you're doing. You may hang around a certain group of people and you know they're not going to never get right. So if you want change, man, you can't look at the next person and look at their life and say, oh, this person thinks he's better than me or better than everyone. That person may have put work in. But yeah, man, it is a lot of things, man, that you got to really work on as far as yourself. I know prepping is good, stocking up on supplies, food, gear, but it's got to be an end game, man. I mean, what's the end game? What are you preparing for? What's your goals? I mean, are you preparing to stay in that inner city? You know? Are you preparing to keep on using those drugs that's going to eventually take its toll on you? And then all that stuff you prepare for is going to go right down the drain because your family ain't going to do nothing but sell your property. They're going to divvy it up. And everything that you work hard for is going to be down the drain. Some people say, well, I'm dead, I don't have to worry about it. But it is what it is, man. That's what's going to happen. I'm trying to tell you. No one's going to continue. So, man, you got to really take your kids out of that environment if you're in that environment, man. You got to prepare for a lot of things that's coming up, man. It is a lot of things. I'm just say things. There's a lot of things that's man-made that's going to hit, man, and it's going to hit hard. So you got to get yourself prepared mentally too, man. You got to make sure that you are in shape. So all I see is people, oh, I got to get my meds. Oh, I got to get this. I got to get that. You know, they just prescribe medication for everything. Everything has a medication now, you know. I ain't never seen so many people that's on medication. When I was growing up, select a few. Some was on medication. But now, everybody's on some type of medication. You get a bee sting, oh, they want to give you some medication. But man, come on, man. Yeah, man. So, I know I'm rambling and stuff like that, man, but I just had to think to myself, you know, I set some goals out, man, and I'm checking off my list, man. And one of the goals was getting out those inner cities, those death traps, purchasing some land. Okay, so if you find yourself in a situation where you're not achieving your goals, reevaluate your situation. I mean, sometimes you have to relocate, man, and just, you know, maybe you need a fresh start in a different area. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Because, man, there's a lot of things that's going to change that are changing. So, man, you want to stay on the right path, stay focused, continue to prep, and I'm out. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.